Okay, so the next screen here is SVG. So this is a way you can export these and also just further play around with how they're rendered. So right now we're taking this over here, which is kind of like a pixel level simulation and drawing on a canvas, and we're converting that to SVG. So in this case we're kind of drawing each of the points as lines, so I can play with like the length between these lines. So basically this would be a point that got stuck, and this point was stuck to this point, so we've created a line between them. And I've also got the ability to draw circles here, and these circles reflect our gradient as well. And let's see some other things we can play with. We don't have to show the circles. We kind of lose our gradient color there when we do that. And we can also draw these as squares. So if you want it to be kind of more one-to-one with what was over here, you can reduce that square size, or we can get some stuff that's like very kind of pixelated looking like this. We can also rotate the squares some, and we can do stroke like this instead of having them be solid. And we can also, right now this is by default, if we're making this bigger, it's kind of cutting off everything outside of here. So if we download this, it's only going to download the parts of the SVG that are visible. But if we uncheck this, it's going to render the whole thing, and we can download the SVG with everything included. And there you go. So there's kind of the whole thing rendered that way. Bring back the right screen here. Versus if we did only visible, we can download like that. It's going to be a little bit smaller. You can already see the smaller file size. And by default, I'm checking only visible there because that also, it's only bothering to render those to the screen, so it also cuts down on render time. This isn't like tightly optimized, but I find that it can handle quite a few particles. When I went really crazy with it and just went super dense, it did start to bog down my computer. I'd like to work on some ways to further optimize that and maybe defer some of this processing to a background process so that it doesn't lock up the UI when that's happening. But for now, it seems to work pretty well. I may also just add some caps here if I can kind of identify roughly where it bogs down. But you can go pretty crazy with it and still have it perform pretty well.